Hey everybody, welcome to the Soccer Brain Part 7. Let's take a look at how I would put constraints into an actual attacking game model training session in the attacking third, obviously. So the first is a box, a one-touch box on top of the 18-yard box. This is generally known as the fast area, so players need to get in the habit of being able to play little little one-touch combinations in that area. And you can also see that there is half spaces on the side of that one-touch area. In that half space, we're looking to either hit a ball in and behind so someone from the one-touch area can run through, or we could cut into the half space and look to finish most likely on the far post. You would simply just mark this stuff out with cones, maybe the flat discs on your field, and those areas would represent actions that you want to happen using constraints that fit straight into your game model. Let's progress from there. So along with the half space and one touch, that orange one touch area, we are going to add that pink line. Any player who drives over the pink line must hit the ball square or back. They cannot play the ball forward unless it is a shot to score a goal. So now we have one touch area in orange. Anything that goes over the pink line has to be played square or back. This just reinforces the game model again because anytime we drive towards the end line, we are always looking to play the ball back for somebody to one touch into the goal. Let's continue the constraints in the progression. So now you see those two yellow lines cutting all the way in from the sideline all the way to the end line. No player will be allowed to go over that yellow line. Now we're still playing with that pink line constraint, the one touch area constraint in the orange, and half spaces are looking to shoot far post, play wide, or actually play a through ball for someone running through from the orange area. So the yellow lines force you to make those diagonal runs, and you are not allowed to get into the corners. Not a lot can happen from the corners. It's a low percentage area, and that's normally where we would recirculate the ball. So now we have players diagonal runs in, looking to play square or backwards after they break that pink line. One touch area in orange, half spaces. Yes, you could play wide, looking for penetrating balls forward through, and also looking finishing far post. All constraints that match up perfectly for what our attacking game model is. Next, we just added a little zone in back of that yellow line saying if we do get behind that yellow line, the player must recirculate the ball backwards. Very simple. We start again, we recirculate it back. So there you have it. There's a progression of 4 different constraints that fit right into our attacking game model. However, you could practice these and set these up in environments in many, many different ways. I'm going to show you a few ways that we do it. This is a simple 10 versus 6 field players plus a goalkeeper, so 10 versus 7. And we can mark out however we want to mark out the constraints we want to use. Very simple setup. And as you can see on the other side of the field, we have the same exercise going. Here we progress into, this is a 10v8. This is actually 3 teams. So you have 24 field players, and we have 2 neutral players who are always on the attacking team. And those are usually our 2 attacking center mids that are going to be doing that. Again, you can add all sorts of constraints into this training. This is just a general setup. So in here, we're actually working 26 field players at one time and 2 goalkeepers. And this is a pretty small field. We do this on purpose so the spaces become even tighter and harder to exploit. We do also do this on the regular field as well. These are just 2 different setups that you can add all sorts of attacking game model constraints. But again, this one doesn't have immediate transition because this is a little bit of a lower workload day, but we're still getting a lot of realistic game representative reps in a 10v8 realistic environment minus that really hard transition, so it's a much lower workload. We can even do this the day before a game because the workload's so low.